Hello everyone, this is ADG and welcome to Trilogy Time once again. This is the series where I talk about a trilogy and rate it at the end, telling you which is my favorite and which is my, in some cases, least favorite, or the one that doesn't stack up to the most preferred ones. Of course, by the title of this video, we are talking about the Rush Hour trilogy, soon to be a quadrilogy, since apparently they're producing a fourth film, which is amazing. I really love these three films. And Jackie Chan, Chris, it's Chris. What's with my pronunciation these days?
John Wayne, you know John Wayne?
Nevertheless, we're going to talk about Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to give you a brief summary. It's not really important, because, I mean, you should really watch them. If you haven't watched them, you should really watch them. It's very fun. For the comedy of these films, they are great. Like the humor of the late 90s and early 2000s is just something that is severely needed after all this woke nonsense that has been plaguing Hollywood in recent years. It's disappointing, really, compared to how great films used to be, but nevertheless, the style, the jokes, most of them just land right there.
And who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
And it doesn't feel forced. None of these jokes feels poorly forced. There is also Chris. I don't know why. I just find it hilarious that Chris Tucker is the one making racist jokes all the time about the Chinese or anything else, and I just find it hilarious. Like, most of his jokes are just too funny to be offended at if you're that type of person who gets offended easily by racial jokes. It's just, I don't know, ridiculous, but nevertheless. I really like the music used in the films, especially since Chris Tucker's character, Carter, loves to listen to Michael Jackson. It's just very fun. And also, the bloopers. Oh my god, the bloopers are just hilarious.
Cheese. Cheese. What? Freeze. A freeze.
The bloopers of the film just are a highlight. Like, watching the end credits with the bloopers, just... More movies should do that, yeah. More movies should, when the credits are rolling, just put the bloopers. It's great. Rush Hour 1, the daughter of Chinese ambassador of Hong Kong gets kidnapped, and he's being extorted for a lot of money after the collection of artifacts from a mafia boss get captured by Jackie Chan's character Lee, since he's an inspector in Hong Kong. And it turns out the mafia boss was right in front of our faces the whole time, and it was a bit obvious. Rush Hour 2, there's a whole money laundering scheme from a Chinese gang that the pair of agents and policemen must capture, and it's actually, I really liked Rush Hour 2. You know, for some reason I can't recall the ending, but I do know that most of the jokes that I love are in that film. It's kind of strange that I don't remember the ending, but I do remember the jokes of the film. It's like weird, because on Rush Hour 3, which is what I'm talking about right now, Rush Hour 3, the ending is probably one of the most memorable things of the film. And full spoiler alert, them just falling from the Eiffel Tower in a parachute is just hilarious. But if I have to say a thing that the Rush Hour films have something of a bit of an issue, is that you know who the bad guy is if he's undercover. Like in the second film, it was pretty obvious. Like it was no hiding, because it was there, that villain. It was there, the mafia boss. But on Rush Hour 1, you had the English ambassador, he was the bad guy, and it was very obvious from the start. Just look at his eyes. And of course, on the third one is the other ambassador slash politician of the UN. It's like, since the moment I remember the first time I watched that film, I was like, yep, that's a bad guy. You know, despite the predictability of some things, I really enjoyed the film. It was really fun. I really enjoyed watching all the characters, you know, fight, Jackie Chan doing his amazing martial arts, and Chris Tucker just being hilarious. And there was a whole swath of the supporting cast, which is, they did an absolutely great job. And some of the characters appeared for only a few seconds, and they were completely memorable. Like the scene where Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 2 is getting the suits, and the guy who is, you know, getting the suits, that very flamboyant character, it's just hilarious.
Let's put a dead animal on you.
Freaking hilarious. Like, I really laughed when I was watching that. Now to the ratings part. It's very hard to rate these films because I really enjoyed all of them. Like, yeah, I remember watching these films for the first time when I was just a few months after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico right here, and I was like 9 months without electricity. These few first months that we went just right after that Category 5 hurricane, I found some discs of my uncle, I think it was, and I watched for the first time ever all the Rush Hour films. And I remember enjoying them so much. And it's very hard for me to rate them because, you know, I have to give them gold, silver, and bronze. But it's hard, you know, it's very hard. But I put them in terms of enjoyment, or how much I had fun, or the plot and funny moments and all that. Rush Hour 1. Yes, Rush Hour 1 gets the golden symbol, and it's just, I mean, it's the original. It's very fun. It's hilarious. I remember watching it and just dying of laughter. It was great, and I have to give it the gold. Silver, though, it gets very difficult because I really enjoyed the jokes and themes of Rush Hour 2, but for some reason I just forgot about the ending. While Rush Hour 3 has very good jokes and all that throughout the film. However, it's not as, I would say it's on par with the first two films in terms of all the jokes. However, there are some jokes that are great, but what I really love the ending, so it's a very memorable ending. However, putting all the things, I think I'm gonna give Rush Hour 2 the silver, and coming very close in third place with the bronze is of course Rush Hour 3. So I don't think this has happened on, oh yes, this did happen with In the Name of the King. That trilogy also, the first one received gold, second one received silver, and the third one received bronze. But in those two cases, like, the difference between Rush Hour 1, In the Name of the King 1 and 2 and 3, it's very different. Like, In the Name of the King is right here, the first one. The second one is like, eh. And the third one, you can't even see it because the third one sucked so much. However, with Rush Hour, all three of them are very close to each other because they were all very great films. So, this has to be my ruling. Stay tuned for the next video of Adrian Talks, where we will be taking a look back at the movie Zootopia from 2016. God, I feel old. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been AG. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.